After more than 100 days of a major NATO-led bombing campaign against the defiant Gaddafi regime in Libya, the United States and its Western allies are now seemingly engaging diplomatic pressure on their African allies in a bid to isolate the regime. KTN has established that the American embassy in Nairobi has written to Kenya's Foreign Affairs Ministry at least twice, asking that Kenya breaks diplomatic ties with the Gaddafi regime and embrace the rebel-led Transitional National Council. In one of the letters seen by KTN, dated the 6th of June, the U.S. ambassador elaborates America's demand that Kenya follows America's example and suspends operations of the Libyan People's Bureau and terminates the diplomatic status of all Nairobi-based Libyan diplomats loyal to the Gaddafi regime. Washington also wants Nairobi to increase its contacts and relations with the Libyan Transitional National Council and assist Libyan diplomats who support the opposition to open office in Kenya. The Kenya government was, however, clearly not keen to heed Washington's demands. Indeed, it was only after the second letter that the Foreign Affairs Ministry responded, turning down the U.S. demands. In their response, dated the 15th of June, Kenya's ambassador to the U.S. points that while Kenya fully supports the implementation of the UN Security Council resolution on Libya, the demands by the U.S. appear to be far over and above the letter and the spirit of the UN Security Council resolution. He also points out that Kenya, as a member of the African Union Peace and Security Council, was bound by the AU's common position, which calls for an immediate ceasefire and an end to violence by all sides and dialogue between the Libyan parties and other international partners. Kenya consequently finds it unwise to either expel Libyan diplomats or sever diplomatic ties with Libya, which would be in contradiction of the African Union position and potentially undermine the dialogue the AU is seeking as a way out of the Libyan crisis. Kenya's position may come as little surprise to observers, as the Kibaki regime and the Grand Coalition government have maintained close relations with the Gaddafi regime, a point made clear in these photos of Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka and Tourism Minister Najib Balala meeting Gaddafi in Libya in April this year as part of his international campaign for support of Kenya's bid for a deferral of Kenya's case at the ICC. Kenya has also previously had trade agreements with the Gaddafi government, including in trading of oil and investments such as the Lyco Regency, which the Libyan-owned Libya Arab Investment Company bought from the central bank in a controversial deal in 2009.